Hi everyone, this is Laura at Lyman Joy, and I am a wife, a medical coder, and a mom of 6, and I'm on a journey to become debt-free, breaking generational cycles of debt so the next generation can live and give like they were meant to. So if I interest you, then stick around, because today we're going to have a whole bunch to cover, from stuffing and unstuffing my cash wallet to doing my debt-free journey, cash stuffing my first paycheck of July, and a bit of a savings challenge at the end. So let's get into it. All right, let's just go ahead and jump into today. Like I said, we have a bunch to cover, from the cash wallets to the debt-free tracker and savings challenges. So let's see how much money we're working with today and what our budget looks like. For those of you that are new, I use the Easy Cash Budget Extended Weekly Planner from Beautifully Me and You. It'll be linked below. This tracks 5 paychecks. There is one that is bi-weekly, and I believe there's also maybe a monthly one. You have to go check her out. She has a bunch of different ones on Amazon that I found really useful because they're simple and straightforward. Ignore my band-aid here. Sorry, I've been doing lots of at the lake with the kids, raking and gardening. I brought some of my flowers from outside today. So yep, my hands are a bit on the hot mess side. Anyway, if anybody is wondering, let's see how much money we're working with today. Total, it should be the 140 plus the 80. For those of you that are new, I make sure that all my totals equal 0 here. So let's go ahead and just figure that out right now. My income for this paycheck was $550 or $5,500, and my bills came to $50.69. Let's make sure this is right. 550, 5500 minus, I can do it, minus 80 here for my cash envelopes. Yeah, minus 140. Let's put it here. Equals 211, which I just roll over the 211. And the debt tracker I actually accounted for in here, but so I'm going to just put rollover. That's my snowball going for my debt. And that should equal minus the 211 for savings challenges 0. So just to go over real quick, I have my paycheck, my total bills, I subtracted my cash envelopes, my sinking funds, high priority. My long-term low priorities are part of my savings challenge money. I take a little bit left over from each paycheck and roll it into that at the end of the month. I do savings challenges. And then I always have a debt snowball going, and I will kind of up the snowball if this is over 200 or well over 200. But I always try to keep a little bit going to savings because it's important that my kids and us still get to do things and enjoy life along the debt-free journey. Balance equals 0. So this is a 0-based budget, which is important. So all my money has a spot and has been delegated to something. And that's how I do every single paycheck. And like I said, I have 5 paychecks. Okay. So as you saw, the first thing here, we have the snowball we have going here. So let me go and get this debt-free freedom tracker out. This is just something that I created to help keep me on track. I've been doing this debt-free payoff for quite some time. I used to have well over $150,000 in debt, and so now I'm down to these 4 main focus debts. I did go over this in a very detailed video of how to set up a debt reduction plan. If you don't have one and you need an individualized, customized plan, I'll link it above. Go and do that. It's really great and motivating. Gives you a start date, an end date for your customized debt that you're in. And as you can see, my one I'm working on right now is Capital One. And we're past June, so we're now in July. My goal is to get to 1,200. Let me see, let me pull out this one here. Week 1, my first paycheck, we are going to be putting in 800. Like I said, right here, we have the $800 in snowball. And at the end of the month, I will kind of go through it and see if my goal was achieved, if I was lacking, or how it went. And then I have a pretty kind of like a clear plan for this particular debt, which is Capital One. My start date was June 22nd. My end date is December 2023. Of course, extra money I put towards it means it will be paid off even quicker. But as least as I need that $1,200 a month is the snowball that I'm at this point. Again, if you don't know what that means, please go and watch that video and get yourself all going for your debt snowball journey, okay? Or avalanche or staircase, all of it's covered in that video. All right, so I have 800 on the 1st of July, and now I go ahead and I'm gonna fill in my savings challenge tracker, which right here, every single heart is worth 75. So I just took the total debt. The hearts, there's 90 hearts here. I divide it by it and then fill in each one. So 75, let's see here. How many hearts is that? 10, right? 800 divided by 75 is about 10.6. So we don't have full 11, so we'll just go ahead and fill in the 10. So let me go ahead and do that really quick. Okay, we just got this one and one more. I think it's really important during your debt-free journey to figure out what motivates you. This is what motivates me. I like visual things to keep me on track and motivated and just see that there is an end in sight, because it can be a long journey. And I have gotten off track a few times, and what's really helped me is things like this. So that's why I created this. It will be in I'll link it below. I created it just to help keep me going. There's different trackers in here for anybody interested. You know, different ones fill up everybody's cup, right? So, and I would encourage you to laminate it so you can reuse it, especially if you have a lot of debts, that you can just keep on using it for each and every one, but then reassess every 3 months to see how it's going. So for instance, at the end of my 3 months, I have here the first month, was I lacking any? Nope, I met my goal. Then I'll have second month, third month, and then I'll kind of just reassess and how is it working? Am I doing well? What can I do better so that I don't get off track and I can keep myself kind of steer focused forward. Okay, so we'll put that one off there. The debt snowball's been tracked. Now we should have the 140 plus the 80, which is what? 140 plus 80 and 220 today. Let's go ahead and see if that's what we're working with. Hopefully I pulled it out correctly. 20, 40, 140 in 20s. Okay, and 10s. We have 10, 50, and 5s. We have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So plus 30. 220. Perfect. We're spot on. But before we begin to cash stuff our wallet, our binder, I'm going to unstuff my wallet, and then that way we can restuff it with my cash envelopes, which if you're new here, I only do at the very beginning of the month. So I go ahead and I stuff small amounts all month long in this binder, a little bit from every one of my paychecks. Again, I said I had 5, but if I had 2, or I would do the same thing, a little bit from each paycheck. That way when I stuff my cash wallet for the whole month, that I have a lot more to work with. So this is what I did not use in the month of June. So let's just pull all that out. And what I'm going to use it for today is putting it towards my summer fun money at the end of this cash stuffing. I am trying to just save up money and be able to enjoy summer without it costing us an arm and a leg, and just being able to, you know, guilt-free, budget-free, going and doing things that we want to do. So let's see what we end up with here. Okay, we have, let's see, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 71, 72. $72 I had left over. I've been trying really hard to stay frugal so that I'd have more money to throw into my savings challenge. So that's exciting. We'll just go ahead and put that right up here, and we'll use that at the end of our cash stuffing for my savings challenge. So first off, let's go ahead and restuff my wallet for the month of July. So because I did it every paycheck, or almost every paycheck, I should have quite a bit, which I do. I have, so 20, 40, 60, and $70 for eating out. And you know, if you think about it, you're just doing $20 a paycheck, it's not very much, but it adds up. And the very first time when I started cash stuffing, I just made sure to have a no spend month, and that whole month I just saved up. And then from there on, I've always had money to go and do the things that are important to me. 20, 40, and 60 for date night. I think a little bit it's hard at first, you know, to get going with this stuff, but once you really, once you get going, then it seems to work out pretty well. Let's see here, kids extras, and these are just the extra things that I forget about. These aren't like all their necessities. This is like, oops, I forgot. You know, or we're out and the kids' sandals break. Oh my goodness. We were at the park the other day and one of the kids, you know, one of their sandals broke because, you know, things happen. And so I had some money in here and that was perfect. I was able to go pick up some new ones and we were fine. And I didn't have to tap into any other kind of money. Spending is 20, 40, and 50, and it's Amazon, Etsy. And I did get asked, if I buy something on Amazon, Etsy, how do I, you know, account for that? Well, because I'm a cash spender, usually I am at the bank, often I will deposit it, or instead of pulling that money for my next cash stuffing, I'll kind of just replace it. So I'll leave 50 in there that I spent and use this for cash stuffing, if that makes sense. I just kind of swap my money around. Okay. And then fun money has 20, 40, and 50, and 60. And this has been really nice doing it this way too, because I used to feel so guilty for going out and doing stuff because I didn't know exactly where my bills were or if I was gonna, you know, mess up something. And this makes me feel so confident that if I want to take the kids to go do something, or if I want to go do something, I have, look in here, yep, I got the money and off I go, you know? It makes it so much more tangible. Yeah, it's awesome. Or if the kids want to go do something, I'd be like, yeah, here you go, here's 20 bucks, go to the movies, you know? Super confident in what I'm doing. Okay, clothing, I cashed up quite a bit because I wanted to go shopping. 20, 40, 60, 80, 1, 20, 40, 60, 80, 110. Yeah, I'm gonna take one kiddo at a time and go get some new stuff. It's that time of year for us. And then my hubby, he took his already, and childcare has 30. And health, I think I already actually had to grab it early. I did. I had to grab it early because I put in an order for subscription vitamins that I use, and so I went ahead and grabbed that and deposited it. Okay. All right, so we're all set there for the month of July. And what I try to do is be as frugal as I possibly can, and that way I'm able to use my cash stuffing for even other things. I don't deprive myself. If I want to go eating out, I want to do that, I have the money here, but at the same time, if I can be frugal and find other things to do, then I'm able to stretch my money into areas and places that I really desire. So that's kind of fun. All right, we'll put that off to the side here, and we'll get straight into this cash stuffing. So car maintenance is going to get $20. Let's see where we're at here. And if we need to add any prop money, I try to always pull and put it into my high yield savings account as fast as I can. So we got 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85. Not quite yet. Okay, and the next one is birthdays. And we just did a birthday for my eldest, who's 20. So this sucker is empty as can be, and my third youngest son is going to be 8 in like a couple days. So we also used it for that too. So we're refilling it with 20. because she's older and I'm doing subscription boxes. If you're new, that's what I've been doing this year for them. It's subscription boxes. I got her a lash subscription box, and let me tell you, it is such a good price. And for somebody who loves to get her lashes done, she said they were really, really good. And I think they were like $6 or $7.99. I'll link them below. They were cute. They came in this little case. I'll try and link a video here showing them, but she absolutely thought that they were fantastic, and they seemed like really pretty good high quality, when it's interesting because they're just such a good price, right? You wouldn't expect that. Next is moving. We're just gonna do 5 into moving. Let's see here. We got 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Next is pet care. And I have been wanting to get this guy groomed forever, but my husband went out of the country on a missions trip for like 2 weeks with my second eldest to Austria, and so I didn't think I could handle all the kids and the dog in the groomers, so I've waited. But oh my goodness, he has to do it. He has to. I've watched him a few times myself, but I really like him to go get, you know, all groomed, because Mr. Coda gets himself in a hot mess all the time. 20, 40, 60, 80, 105, and so perfect. We have just enough amount to go and do that, so that's great. And business expenses, we're just gonna do 5. We're empty there, so good, refilling it. And subscriptions is gonna be 5 as well. See where we are here. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65. And as soon as we get to 100 on this, I will take it also and put it in my high yield savings account, so it can start to accrue interest with all the rest of the money. And then at the end of the year, I will go ahead and reassess and look at all my subscriptions that I can change into yearly subscriptions and pay those from this allotted amount. It's really great at Wealthfront. That's what I use, because I can put out different categories in my high yield savings account. So like I have all these I have in there as well. I have a car maintenance in there in my high yield savings account. I have subscriptions, and I have all my long-term low priority sinking funds are in there. And it has been a total blessing, because you're gaining interest. It's separated in different categories. So simple to use. It's fantastic. Okay, and let's see, where was I at? Subscriptions, and then health. Did I just fill health, or did I not? I did not. Let's see here. We're gonna do 5, and that one's empty. Like I said, I used that one already. And childcare is getting 20 because it's the summer, and I really haven't been using childcare as much because I am enjoying all my kiddos home. Eating out will get 20. And again, because I just emptied these, I will just keep filling these all month long of July, and then I will take them out and put them in my wallet in August. Date night is 10. A lot of cash budgeters just put it right and straight to their wallet every time, and if that's you, that's fine. I have to do what works for you. But for me, eating out with 20 bucks wouldn't go and get us even enough at Taco Bell. So I had to figure out a different way. Our spending is gonna get 10 in Amazon, Etsy, because that's where I spend a lot of money. And Prime Day is coming up on the 11th and 12th, so that should be fun. Fun money, 10. All right, let's see here. Miscellaneous, I forgot to budget for it, is gonna get 5. And clothing is gonna get 20. And let's see, my hubby is gonna get 20 as well. And it looks like I miscounted something somewhere, so I will rewatch the video and then put that where it belongs, because I got busy talking and I'm sure I didn't stuff something that I was supposed to. Alrighty, next I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna do my savings challenge with the money that I had left over, which is so fun because, you know, you always want to do all these summer savings challenges, and people ask me, where do you get all the money to do all your savings challenges from? One, I do side hustles. I use apps for all my groceries, so I make money off my groceries. If you haven't seen that or figured out how to do that, I will link a video here that explains that. I'm also frugal as much as I possibly can, and I take all that money after each paycheck and I put it aside for my savings challenge, my long term. But things like this, I have to be creative and figure out other ways, and so I'm mindful all month long, and I want to save as much money as possible because I love all my savings, challenges that I have, and I really just use it again in a more purposeful, hopefully less wasteful way that's allocated. And these challenges change. This is just the one that I'm doing right now. So let me get something to scratch this with. Now I just used this one up, and I kind of used it as a combo. I was able to take the kids to Chick-fil-A, and there's a play center inside, which was amazing because they were able to get dinner, right? And let's see here, I'm gonna get the 5. Get dinner and play at the same time. It was like, yes, that's a mom's place to be right there. And I'm pretty much in love with Chick-fil-A. So, okay, let's go ahead and scratch off this one here. All right, 15 for that one. Here, let's put the 20 here. Let's take that. All right, 15. And what do we have so far? All right, we have 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 110, 15, and 20. Which is awesome. We are gonna go, I'm gonna take my kiddos to like this, indoor play center because it's 1.5 million degrees outside where I live right now. So let's go ahead and scratch this one here. All right, 30, which is awesome. For those of you that are new around here, I was going to use this for some summer fun, music park thing, but the kiddos and I discussed and we want to save up for Disneyland. So this will just be one of many savings that I do, but I will come back and reuse these and color them in with permanent marker after I scratch them. So it could be like a double savings challenge and kind of really utilize this summer savings challenge thing that I bought. 50, let's see, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110, 130, 40, 50, 65. Yeah, I love this one that I bought from Christy's Creation, or FWM Creations by Chris, excuse me, because it came with this binder, and each of these have its own little envelope, which I'm stoked about. And I know that she's added extra ones because I thought about going on there, and if she ever releases like a back to school or something like that, I definitely want to buy and kind of just maybe even add an envelope or two to the challenge. Okay, sports camp, let's go here. All right, 20, 5, 10, 15, 20. All right. Oh, look, we're all back down to the last amount. And we have water play, but I only have $2 left, so we're gonna skip water play today. And I did want to show you something that I'm gonna do with the dollar bills that I have left here and there. I want to go ahead, I found the cutest thing at the dollar store, which I'm a super fan of. Isn't this a cute little, I think it's supposed to be a cookie or candy jar, or I don't know, but I love it. So we're gonna go ahead and put these in, and then at the end of the year, we'll see how much we have, because that's fun, right? Well, that's all going to be for today. I just want to encourage you, wherever you're at in your journey, starting is what's important, and taking it one day at a time. And if you need any tips and tricks on, kind of how to get out of debt or set up a budget, I'll link some videos here, one for budgeting and one for getting out of debt, so that you can go ahead and start on your journey of becoming, financially where you want at, so you can have your own freedom. As always, find joy in your journey, and I'll see you next time.